I gotta make a video. There's like a lot of police officer YouTubers I used to watch, and they were, I guess you could say they were kind of a stick in the mud or conservative, or they just had a mindset of which I agreed with. Being that I'm an old man, uh, but the winds would change, or I'd be sitting there watching them on YouTube, and the political winds would change, or Joe Biden would get elected, or Obama wanted to write some silly thing, and the radio, the right wing conservative radio people would talk about these YouTubers. They weren't even that famous. They had jobs as police officers and they worked hard, and they just had an opinion that was strong about honest police officers. And that's another thing, is that many police officers out there, that the low guys that are not so well trained, they're not that honest. It's like there's a difference, but that's so anyway, it's like they were on YouTube, they'd magically pop up being talked about on conservative radio. But most conservative radio is owned by Democrats, so that's kind of crazy. You got all these people. Laura Ingram's kind of fake, and Sean Hannity's really fake, and they just, Fox News, they'd end up on there. They weren't that famous. They didn't really do anything wrong, but they were fired or imprisoned or any of that stuff just because they were on YouTube and they had their own opinion. And it's what is with that? It's like, I used to watch these guys. They'd put themselves in danger for everybody. And there was things that kept us all safe that the government just, judges, they were crazy and they just eliminated it. It's like, you're going to get zapped if you talk, if you kind of say you don't like World of Warcraft to a police officer, they'll taser you because some nutso judge out there said, well, that is defiance, and back talking, and we don't like that in school for kids, but you're a person trying to drive a car. Yeah, America.